up, everyone? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are awesome. Alright, so hop out chat. There we go. Let's get live chat up. I see we got Melon, we got Claudia. How's it going? Why am I so quiet? Hold on. We have a oh, the music is really loud. That's what the problem is. I think we're having a malfunction with the music. Hold on a second, everybody. For some weird reason, every once in a while the music plays 10 times louder than it's supposed to be. Let's try this again. Let's see if this works better. That music's supposed to be really quiet. I've got the volume on the music player on number 3 out of 100, so I never understand why that occasionally happens. All right. I shouldn't be quiet. If anything, I should sound nice and loud, but that music was just blaring. Where is it? Hold on a second. I'm having some more issues here. I'm going to tell you what, the start of every live stream always gives me a hard time. It's always given me a hard time. I hate it. But it pretty much is what it is, I guess. So, what can you do? Alrighty. This streaming software, I don't know what it is, but a few updates ago, it started having a lot of issues. A lot of issues constantly that I never used to have. I mean, what can you do? All right. Here we go, guys and gals. We are going to do some video games. Video games. Hope you guys are ready to rock and roll because we're about to rock it and roll it. Or something similar. I think everything is up and running perfectly now. We're going to find a car to live race. Maybe we'll set this up. You know what? This is a nice little live racing car. Most of you guys probably have it, so why not? ProTune says, okay, so here's the thing. The equipment's set up. Right? I get the equipment set up. I start the live stream and it's messed up again. It doesn't make sense. It should have been the exact same as the last stream, but half the time it's not. Half the time I got to go and readjust things that should not have changed, but for some reason did. I don't think it's my fault. Especially when the music that should be extremely quiet plays 20 times louder than it should. That's not my fault at all. That is a major malfunction on the streaming software. And I can't figure out why that happens. I really can't. Alright, so we're going to fit our engine to stock, turbo to stock, intake to stock. We'll put our nitrous on 2. We'll leave our body on. Let's try a stage 5 body. I'll see if this works without stage 6 parts first. If worse comes to worse, I'll come back in here and change a few things. Alright, this is a bad sign. This is a bad sign. Hold on a second, everybody. I could have swore I had high Evo points on this. Alright, I think I do need those stage 6 parts. Hold on a second. Unfortunately, it's going to require these stage 6 parts to live race this thing, I think. It should be a decent car, but... Wait, this is the wrong car. This is the wrong car. No wonder. That's not the car I wanted. Hold on a second. I thought I was on the Prestige Cup car, but that's not the right one. I don't want to use this car. Maxed out cars suck for live racing, Darth. Anyways, it was something like that. We'll pick another car. We'll pick another car. I think I used that for a supply cup or something was the problem. Alright, what else do we want to run today? Let's find something fun. I haven't driven this in a long time. This is not the world's greatest car, so I don't expect to win a lot, but if we're swapping, it doesn't matter anyways. Alright, let's try this. I used to love this car when it first came out. I'm going to put everything to stage 3 except for the transmission and body. This will be interesting. I don't know if it's going to work well, but we'll try it. It's probably going to suck, but we're going to try it. $11.3. All right, we're going to be in the 11.4 lobby, guys and gals. 11.4. If everything goes correctly, we will be in the 11.4 lobby. There's a good chance it won't go very well, but we're going to try. All right. This car used to be pretty decent. I mean, it used to beat the dyno, so it was okay at live racing if you don't mind beating the dyno. But these days, it's not really an ideal live racer, but I love the way this car looks. We barely hit 1,000 Evo points, so yeah. We'll see what we can do. It's probably going to suck, but we're going to go do it to it anyways. All right. Oh, somebody is already racing me. All right. I'm going to do a couple of slow runs off at the start. So I'm going to let the first couple of people win. Unless that's one of you guys that wants to swap, I'm not sure. All right, slow run, slow run. We'll let the computer think my car is a lot slower than it actually is. And see how it goes. Probably not very good, but we're going to try it. Now, I don't know if this guy wants to swap or what, but let's see what happens here. Nah, he's not trying to swap. Let me go ahead and slow down. We'll get another nice slow run. And back out to the lobby. What's up, Yuma? MD, how you doing today? Doris is trying to find you. Couldn't find you. Stacks, I think we're going to be in the 11 points. Probably 11.4 lobby. I believe. Not quite sure, but I think we're going to be around 11.4. It looks like the game just wants me to race people that are going to kick my butt. Don't be mean to me, you nasty other players. I'm just trying to drive my car over here. William D, how's your day going, buddy? I hope everything is going well. I'll tell you what, my throat's still kind of sore today, but my lungs don't hurt as bad, so that's a good sign. I think I still might go to the doctor tomorrow, though. Probably need to. Alright, here we go. This car will probably destroy me. I have no chance of beating this car if the guy knows what he's doing. 3, 2, 1, go! If I win this, I will be amazed. Hopefully I can find some of you guys to swap with, because this is not a good car. We might be in the 11-2 lobby, but I think we should be in 11-4. William D says it's a good day to be alive. The sun's still shining when I close my eyes. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Alright, I'm probably gonna lose some money here. Let me try to beat this guy. Hold on. 3, 2, 1, go. Second, third, night. Oh, that didn't work at all. This tune did not like that. Okay, I just lost some money, didn't I? Oh man, it did not like that. It did not like that. Okay. Oh man. That did not go well, guys and gals. Yeah, I think when you got this thing maxed out, I think you shift early twice. But, I think I'll leave the lobby here in a second. I'll leave the live racing lobby here in a second. Alright, we're doing another really slow run, and then I'm going to change lobbies because this one is no good. Alright. Good losses, guys. Good losses. Oh, Melon found me. Okay. Alright, we found Melon. Sweet. I was about to leave, but Melon got in here. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what this car runs. Yeah, this car is running right around 11.4, so. Darth, you probably need to get your car running in the 11.4 lobby in order to find me. Something like that. Pro says Melon is cheating. I doubt it. Dara says, what does the Nissan Fairlady run as your best live racer? What do you mean by what does it run? If you've got that car currently set up to win live races, don't change anything. I wouldn't change anything on that car. Don't retune it. Don't change the parts. leave it exactly like it is. Because if you make one change to it and you don't get it back exactly the way it was, it may not perform the same. Once you find a live racing sweet spot for something, leave it exactly as it is unless you know how to reset it back to exactly what it was at. William D wants to know, is the game ever going to work as intended? Alright, this game has not worked as intended for the last, 10 years? So I would say probably not. Oh wait, it's my turn to win. Sorry, Melon. I guess I slowed down too much. But as long as I can remember, it's always had problems. It's always had problems. Super duper super Saiyan problems or something like that. Super problems. I got a bad launch. That's one thing about Lamborghinis. Lamborghinis are a really big pain in the butt to start. The majority of them, you gotta let go of the gas right before the car launches or you get a horrible start. Yeah, William D, there's definitely been more problems than normal over the last several months, I would say. You're definitely right about that. Definitely more problems than normal. I hope they get those fixed up. I really hope they get those fixed up. I love this game, but man, there are definitely a lot of problems. Alright, I'm out of fuel. Hold on, let me refuel my gas tank. Alright, Melon, thanks. Good swaps, good swaps. Alright, this guy wants to... Okay, I'm not going to race you again. I'm going to change lobbies. You guys can't seem to find me, so let's try a different live racing lobby. Maybe we'll get into one, I don't know, but we're going to find out. Let's see what we can do over here, guys and gals. Let's see what we can do. All right, come on, give me a different lobby. Bro, yes, the windscreen is a big old glitch. The flickering is awful, but yeah, I think we're all having that stupid issue. The problem is, if somebody's epileptic, that's going to be an issue for them, I think. I mean, it could potentially be. I may be wrong, but I got a feeling. Come into the 7.8 lobby. Why 7.8? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Generally, cars perform better in the 12, 11, and 10-second lobbies, I've noticed. For live racing. For a lot of reasons, actually. What's up, Dave? How you doing today? Yeah, if you guys have a hard time finding my lobby, I might pick a better car. I mean, this one's actually pretty terrible for live racing right now, but it's not a good live racing car. I just love the way it looks is why I picked it. I mean, normally if you're swapping, it doesn't really matter if you're running a good car or not, but I guess it just depends on if I can find people who actually want to swap or not. I guess that's really what we're hoping for, is to find people who would like to swap. And then you can run any piece of junk car you want. But nobody wants to race me. I should say nobody wants to swap me. Can I use the GR Supra? Now that's a nice car. I like that car. Melon found me again. If you put the GR Supra on all stage 4 parts, it actually does really well. Maybe we'll do... Oh, I got a bad launch again. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, maybe we'll put the GR Supra on stage 4 parts. All stage 4, like everything on stage 4, that's the sweet spot for that car. It does decent. I mean, it's not the world's greatest, but it does decent. Nowadays, though, I think there's a lot more people who are getting better and better cars and know what they're doing with them, so it's harder to do well with something like the Supra than it used to be. Clavia, hey, welcome back to CSR. That's awesome, buddy. Crazy Rage, hello, hello. Ah, you're in my lobby, gotcha. Alright, Melon, thanks, my man. Mr. Melon. Here we go. This car does not look good on this racetrack. Whoa! I messed that up. Big time. Clay, what? You're getting the flashing? Yeah, the flashing is horrible. The flashing is terrible. Alright, so it looks like there might be a couple of you in my lobby now, so if I change cars, that will mess you guys up. I've never tried to set this car up on low upgrades before, but it definitely doesn't work well. Definitely does not work well. I didn't think it would, but you know. Alright, Melon, good swaps, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The Eat Dust crew is one of the toughest. Alrighty, let's race this BMW M4 GT3. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Can we do it? Oh wait, he slowed down, I think. Very small details matter in every lobby, actually. I mean, honestly, what you want to do is tune your car to win. I don't care if it's the 12-second lobby, the 4-second lobby. Tune your car to its best potential to win races. I don't care what lobby I'm in, it doesn't matter. I tune the car for what that particular car likes. Most of them don't end up in the 11, the faster lobbies. I mean, I could tune a car to that lobby, but that doesn't mean the car is optimally tuned for that particular car, so. I don't shoot for any particular lobby. I shoot for what the car gives me with its optimal tune. Now, actually, I don't tune my cars to destroy people anyways. I tune my cars to do decent and find fair tunes that... I mean, if I wanted to sit there and spend a couple of hours tweaking, I could get a car to destroy everybody, but generally... that's not what I'm going for. I like to have fair tunes that actually give other people a chance if they know what they're doing, because I personally don't think it's fair to go in there with a destroyer tune. If somebody else wants to do that, that's great. I have no problem with it, but I don't like to use destroyer tunes very often, because I don't think that ends up being a fair race, so I set mine up that I think will be fair against your average person. If they know what they're doing, they might win. If not, then I'm probably going to win. Now, of course, not on this crappy car, but this isn't one of those good cars. What is the lobbying for 7.1 car? All right, 7.1 is in the Hypermax lobby, which means you're going to be going up against cars running, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, all the way up to like something like 7.7s. Hypermax is a horrible place to be unless you have the fastest car in the game, because if you got a slower car, you're going to be going up against everybody who's a million times faster than your car. So I don't understand why they have a Hypermax lobby like that. It's ridiculous. They need to do some changing on that, because, man, Hypermax is kind of dumb. I mean, you got like I don't know exactly how many seconds, like a 2-second differential there. Compared to a lot of the other lobbies, they're going to be trying to match you up with people running similar times. Hypermax isn't like that. It just matches you up against people who are 20 times faster. It's kind of terrible, actually. But I think the Hypermax starts in the 7.7 or faster, if I remember correctly. It might be 7.6. It might be, I don't remember exactly, but it's like 7.6 and faster, or 7.8 and faster. Somewhere around there. Alright, good swaps, good swaps. But, I mean, if I take my maxed out Honda Indy truck into the Hypermax, it's going to do fine, but the majority of people are going to refuse to race it. That was a close race. He's gone. What's up, DT? How are you doing today? I'm glad the videos have been helpful. That's awesome. But even if you do have the fastest car, 90% of the people will say, nope, I'm not racing that thing, because they know they're going to get stomped by it. So, I don't know. Hypermax is a weird place to be. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. I got a maxed out Indy truck, but nobody will race it. Very weird place to be. Clavius says maybe that's why I keep getting destroyed. Yeah, I mean, I basically put my car up on low upgrades, tune it to try and get high Evo, and normally those cars perform well. Normally those cars do pretty well, but most cars, when you max them out or have them highly upgraded, don't seem to live race well. I think if you're running a faster car, you almost have to rely on beating the dyno. I'm not sure. I haven't tuned a car to run in the faster lobbies in a long time. Ever since I found out the TNT tunes, I'm sticking with those. So I've been using those for several years now, and they just work. Arzen Mawuska, I don't know how to say that. He says 7-7 lobby isn't about the car, it's about tune, hand speed, shift pattern, and more. I'm pretty sure that's every lobby except for Hypermax, though. All that stuff matters no matter what lobby you're in. I don't see why you think a specific lobby matters more than others, because if you get a bad launch on any lobby, you're going to run a crappy run. If you get some bad shifts, it matters in all lobbies. Do I think the developers have abandoned the game for... No, because I'm pretty sure they have a completely different team of developers working on CSR3 versus CSR2. I don't think they're even the same people, so I would say no, they probably have not abandoned the game. I also got a weird feeling that people are still going to prefer this over CSR3. Like, when CSR3 is released, I think the majority of people who play this would much rather stick with this game. I've just got that feeling. So I think both games are going to stay running. But one thing is, they keep adding new cars to this game, new events, new this, new that. I mean, they definitely haven't abandoned it. They're loading us down with more stuff than ever, so. Melon says the Chiron is not a good car. Darth, there is a live racing setup for the Bugatti, but I don't remember offhand. I did make a video about it. It's not great, but you can get it to do semi-decent with the right live racing setup. It will win some live races, but it will get stomped by a lot of the better cars. But I think I do have a video on how to set up your Bugatti Chiron for live racing. Again, it's going to be decent at best. It will be decent at best if you do that. You think cars that have high Evo points of 12 seconds of Nitro is a good car? I mean, I don't think the Nitro really has anything to do with it. I mean, you basically tune that stuff to get your car performing well. I mean, I've got cars that I don't even have the nitrous upgraded that can win live races. So I don't feel like the nitrous has anything to do with it. I'm not quite sure what you're asking exactly, but Oh man, Yuma said finally got an 11.4 car and ran out of fuel. Oh my goodness. Melon says yes, Gamera does this. But I mean, different cars are generally going to have different setups. I mean, I could find a car that does great, and then I could adjust the nitrous just to change into a different lobby if I wanted to. So I don't think the tune exactly matters. It's just getting something that works for that car. I don't know if that makes sense or not. He says, buddy, when you have a slow car and you're in a slow lobby, you can do more easily correct shifts and launch. Okay. I mean, cars do tend to shift a little slower, but when they're lessly upgraded, I mean, getting a good launch has absolutely nothing to do with the upgrades on your car. But yes, the car may shift a little faster or a little slower with more or less upgrades, but I don't know, man. I just don't understand what you're really getting at there. To me, it doesn't really make much sense. Sorry, but I don't think that's how things work. I mean, you can either have a launch at 0.00 or minus 0.3, and it doesn't matter what lobby you're in, how good you are at hitting the launch button has nothing to do with your lobby. It's just hitting it at the correct time. So saying the lobby you're in makes it easier to launch does not make any sense whatsoever. Like none. Is there another car racing game that's not a mess like this one? I don't know. Probably. There's a million car racing games out there, and some of them are probably pretty issue free, but which ones are actually good? I don't know. I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. Flavia said CSR2 is not a mess, it just wants you to spend money. That's pretty much all games though, but CSR has so many glitches and problems, it's crazy. I think that's why he's saying it's a mess. You got connection errors and live racing, you got people who can't see the showdowns, you got disappearing race pass. No, it's definitely a mess in my opinion. There's a lot of issues on this game. A lot of huge issues. Alright, so ours, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name for crap, but he thinks that the higher levels are, where did it go? I lost your comment. He said more interesting or something. I mean, if you like the higher if you like the faster lobbies, man, definitely go with them. Me personally, I just find when I tune a car, it kind of falls where it falls, and that's where I run it, so. I mean, if I tune a car and it ends up in a faster lobby, sweet. If it ends up in the 12-second lobby or the 14-second lobby, I'm like, okay, well, that's what this car likes, I guess. So that's how I do it. All right, we're going to go back out to the lobby after this. Thank you for the swaps. Well, I guess it was my turn to win. That's all right. We'll give him one more win, then we'll come back out to the lobby. But I've been playing this game for, I don't know, 10 years now, maybe? 9 years, 10 years? It's been for freaking ever. I've been playing this thing forever. William D says, Yuri, English only. I mean, if somebody doesn't know English, I guess they can't speak it, but most of us only understand English. Just remember, guys, some people don't speak English, but it may not be possible for some people. So generally, I wouldn't say, hey, speak English only. I would say, if you know English, please type that because we can't understand you. That just sounds a little more like, a little more inviting. I don't know. a little more, what's the word? I don't know. How is it possible to beat Finn's challenge? Alright, so bottom line is, in order to beat Finn, let's change cars. In order to beat Finn, you just need a car that can run fast enough and then get enough parts on the car. After that, if you tune it and shift it correctly, it'll beat Finn no problem. So basically, there's 3 things. 4 things. Is the car capable? If the answer is yes, after that, it's all about part, shift pattern, and tune, and that's really about it. I'm not sure what you mean by 210 miles or something like that, but here, somebody wanted me to use the GR Supra, so we'll grab the GR Supra. What car would I use for Tempest? I mean, honestly, if I were a brand new player and I had to start the game over again, I wouldn't even bother with Tempest until I already had a whole bunch of cars that were fast and ready to go. Hold on a second. But what I would do is wait till I had a bunch of fast cars. And then I would just look at which ones were probably the fastest, and then I would go run through Tempest. You know, I mean, the first several months, I wouldn't even bother with Tempest. You know, I'd probably wait a good 8, 9, 10 months of playing to where I had a nice collection of cars. And then I could just run through it really fast and not have to worry about it. Because one thing is, a lot of people upgrade a bunch of terrible cars and waste their resources trying to get through Tempest. I mean, I probably spent 60 million game cash upgrading terrible cars for Tempest, between buying cars and stripping them to get parts over and over and over and over again, plus upgrading all the cars. I wasted so much game cash to get through Tempest, and I tried to rush it, and it was a bad mistake. But generally, for Tier 1, I would use the Volkswagen Golf. For Tier 2, I would probably use the Porsche Boxster or the Mazda Miata. For Tier 3, I would probably just grab the Mustang. I would grab the Mustang out of the dealership. For Tier 4, I would wait until I maxed out one of the Tier 4 Elite Tuners cars that you will eventually get for free. For Tier 5, pretty much any car works, unless you have one of the really horrible slow ones. I mean, Tier 5, 98% of the cars in this game with enough parts will do it, so. Now, there's nothing after Tempest 3. We've been waiting for Tempest 4 to come out for who knows how many years. Alright, so we've got everything set to stage 4 with the final drive on 2.46, and that's going to put us right in the 9.4 lobby. This car should do decent with this setup right here, so we are in the 9.4s. 9.4s. I mean, if I wanted to, I could probably throw a stage 6 part on here and get better performance, but This is just a nice, simple way to do it to make the car perform decent. Alright, so the Harkness car is the best out of all the boss cars, but even that is old and very outdated at this time. I like the Harkness car, but it's not something that's really even good anymore, unfortunately. That is a car that's decent at best. I mean, when I first started playing, the Harkness car was like the second or third fastest car in the game. Now it's like the 947,000th fastest car in the game or something like that. It's way down the list. Alright, we're going to pin Stack's message. This guy wants... You know what? This is going to be interesting. I'm going to risk it. He wants to bet me. I'll risk it. This car has the potential to maybe win. Let's find out. Oh crap, I got a bad shift. I probably just lost. I got a really bad shift, so yeah. I should have done a couple of runs on this car before accepting bets. Alright. I'm supposed to shift in the second as soon as the car launches, and I didn't. Oh well. I messed it up. I messed it up big time. That's alright. You win some, you lose some. Alright, here we go. Here's check it out. We're going to try 2 shift patterns on this. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. And that one's probably going to run the fastest, I think. I believe that's what I want it to do right there. And that ran in these 7.3s. So that was a pretty decent run there. I haven't driven this thing for live racing in a while, so I gotta remember what was the best shift pattern for it. I think it was either second nitrous or third nitrous. We'll find out in a minute. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's check out the time on this one. This time we're going to do second, third nitrous and see if it runs faster or slower. I think it was just second nitrous, but we're about to find out. Alright, here we go. Three, 2, 1, go. Second, third nitrous. And that was actually faster. So that's the faster way to do it. Oh, I'm out of fuel. All right. Yeah, the P1s unfortunately are not good cars. They're a real nightmare to drive, and they're not wonderful cars. Alright, guys and girls. Unfortunately, it's hard to catch every single comment you guys type, so if you notice I don't reply to some comments, I probably didn't see it. Aclavia wishes they could search for cars by their dyno time. That would actually be kind of nice. I don't think that's anything they're going to give us any time. Soon, MSB Tuners, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? MSB, what rank are you? I think somewhere between rank 30 and rank 60, you probably unlock everything in the game. So maybe just maybe, you haven't got to a high enough rank to unlock those yet. But that's actually something they're trying to sell you, is what that is. They're trying to sell you something. Melon says, DBX 707 is very good. Yeah, it is for sure. He's talking about the thing where you get the mechanic to tune your car and the, I don't know, it's like 30 bucks a month or so. I don't know what they charge for it, but it lasts for a month. You purchase it. Honestly, unless you're wanting to spend money, it's not something you can use anyway. I'm not sure at what point that unlocks for players. I'm really not sure, honestly. Your food? Oh man. William D said it's a waste of money. More than likely. Now, I haven't purchased it. I keep meaning to buy it and try it out just so I can make a video about it, but I haven't got around to it yet. I probably should. I mean, I probably should do it just to be able to show it off to people, but I haven't. But yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of cars in this game that look amazing and they're not very good. But yeah, the McLaren P1s are terrible, terrible, terrible cars in this game, unfortunately. What's up, Casper? How you doing today? Nah. Oh, you thought it was free? It would be nice if it was free, but no, you got to purchase it. It's basically a monthly subscription to... It's a monthly subscription that I don't think gives you enough to be worth the money. Wait, I forgot. I think it was my turn to win this one. I wasn't paying attention there. Flavia says the express upgrades are worth it, but everything else is a pass. I don't know. I think they should give you more express upgrades. You know what? You got 7 parts. I don't know. You should be able to do at least 1 full car per day. I don't think they give you enough. That's my thing. Stacks, thanks, buddy. William D says, Corey is admin on Melon, Veteran Noob, and Max's team. If you got more, it might actually be worth it. But it's like very little for the money, in my opinion. Hold on. So here's the deal. Alright, so for 20 bucks for 30 days, if you buy the most expensive one, you get 3 upgrades per day, meaning you don't have to wait for an upgrade or spend gold to finish it. They only give you 3 per day, which is not great. In my opinion, it should be like, they should give you like 14 a day. That way, you can do an entire car per day. Next is the second driver, which will do 10 races for you. So the driver will race for you 10 times and 10 times only per day. Not even enough to finish a supply cup or a crew, you know. You can't finish a Prestige Cup with that. It's 10 times. It's nothing. And then there's a guy that tunes the car for you, and supposedly the tune is not that good. Supposedly he gives you a decent tune, but how good is the guy's tune? I don't know. But in my opinion, 3 per day and 10 per day just doesn't cut the mustard for $20 a month. If the second driver did like 30 races per day, that might be worth it. If you could do like, you know, a full car per day on the upgrades, that might be worth it. But I just think it doesn't seem like a good deal to me. I personally don't think it's a great deal. I mean, some of you guys might, but I can't get into it. I feel like it's overpriced. But, you know, oh, I wish they would work on glitches and bugs as well. Stacks, are you done racing? I guess I'll challenge you back and see what happens. Crazy said, let's go American Muscle next stream. I don't know. I can only really think of one good American Muscle car that I have upgraded. I might have more, but my Chevelle, that's the only American Muscle car I can think of that I actually upgraded that's good at live racing. Alright. MSB says, not worth a penny. Yeah, I mean, if it's not something you're into, then it's not worth anything, you know. It's only worth it if it seems like something you would want, or, you know, it's personal preference. Some people might, for some crazy reason, think it's worth it. Most of us probably won't. Most of us probably will not. Alright, that guy disconnected. Yeah, I've got the tan Chevelle. It's not quite a muscle. I mean, I guess you consider that a muscle car, but to me, it's just a really classy, classic car. But I guess you would still consider that a muscle car, right? Oh, I do have that thing. The honky tonk badonka donk, or whatever it's called. Oh wow, Stax is back in a weird car. Alright, this guy would like to race. JP says, seriously, Danny, it's a muscle car. See, I don't know where, you know, you had like hot rods back from the 40s, the 50s. I guess somewhere around the 60s and 70s, cars started going from like, you know, hot rods or classics and the muscle cars. And I don't really know where the line is drawn to when cars started being considered muscle cars. I'm not sure where that, you know, the fine line between that was. I mean, you take a 57 Chevy, I mean, I don't think anybody considers that to be a muscle car. You consider that to be a hot rod. So I don't know where you draw the line on those. Does that make sense? All right, William D says the line was drawn in 1969. Do you know why in 69? Is there a reasoning behind that? All right, did I just run faster or slower? Crazy says 80s and beyond. Most of the cars in the 80s were more like big boats than muscle cars. I think 80s is when you started getting out of muscle cars and getting into big giant luxury cars like the Pontiac Bonnevilles and the Lincoln I forget the names of them. It's weird how cars have changed over the years. But you know, even in the 1960s, you still had cars that were more similar to the 50s cars. And then at some point, there were some cars that were more in between. And then eventually, you got more full-up muscle car. I don't know how to figure it out. I'm not good like that. I guess that was supposed to be my turn. I'm not sure. All right, JP likes the donk. I think the... Oh man, my game just crapped out on me. I can't use my nitrous. I'm gonna have to hit it with my mouse instead of the button on my computer. Hold on. I gotta reset my screen. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's super annoying though. There we go. Now my control should work again. But yeah, to me that Chevelle looks kind of in between like a classic and a muscle car. It's like kind of a right in between model. It's too like classy looking to be a muscle car, yet it's muscle car-ish. That's how I look at that Chevelle. maybe I'm weird. JP says the 1964 GTO is considered the first true muscle car. Interesting. The 64 GTO. Huh. Darth, what the heck is a fire dome? Is that from Mad Max? Isn't there a movie called Mad Max and the Fire Dome or something like that? But I really do love that Chevelle I got though. That thing is awesome. Now there's a few Chevelles in the game right now, and I don't know, I just love the one that's like a cream color. That is a nice car. It performs great. It just looks so nice. I mean, I love it. All right, I need to pee, so I'm going to do a couple more races with this guy here, and then I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. My throat's dry, so I need some water anyways. But all right, we'll give him one more win, then I'm going to grab something to drink and maybe grab a quick cough drop. Yeah, the recoil. The recoil is pretty sweet. All right, guys and gals, I will be right back. I got to pee. Be right back. Okay. I shall return in just a minute, so don't go anywhere. Don't run away. I'll be right back. All right. I have returned. Thank you for coming out to my live stream, everybody. I appreciate you guys and gals. I really do. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. We got the camera set up properly for the first time ever. There it is. That's how we do it right there. That is proper camera placement. Right there. You may or may not agree with me. I don't know, but I think that looks pretty good. Mm-hmm. I'm a vampire bat. I am a vampire bat, guys. I gotta hang upside down. That's how we do it to it around here. Oh, that's gonna be a close one. Did he beat me? Yeah, he got me. Good job, sir. And he left. He's gone. Yeah, I'm like Spider-Man. This little camera kind of like if it thinks first, I don't know, it's got some sort of sensor in it. So if I tilt it too far, it flips over on me. It thinks it's upside down for some reason, and then it flips it over. Not sure why it does that, but that's what it does. This is one of those cameras I got for free on my audio and tech channel to review. It's by OBSBot. It's a nice little camera for, what are they, like 80 bucks or something? I mean, it's a hell of a camera for the price. It's got motion tracking, so if you get up and move around the room, it follows you. The image quality is decent. I mean, for a cheap webcam, this is one of the best ones I've found so far. OBSBot Tiny OBS Bot OBSBot Tiny SE. If you need a decent webcam, I mean, this doesn't look as nice as my real camera, but it looks great for a cheap webcam. For something around $100 or less, I don't think you're going to find anything better than this, honestly. I could be wrong, but I don't think you'll find anything anywhere near this nice for $100. I don't even have good lighting in my room right now. I got really bad lighting in this room. Unless I turn on like all my lights that are at my desk, my actual photography lights. He disconnected again? Alright, so no, it's not like the OBS software. I mean, I think it's spelled the same. OBS bot. OBSBot. My guess is they named it that because it sounds like OBS. I can't guarantee you, but I don't think it's from the same company that makes OBS. I don't really know why it's named OBSBot, but I believe it's pronounced OBSBot. I don't think it's pronounced OBSBot. I think it's called OBSBot. Yeah, unfortunately, the game is kind of crazy sometimes. Crazy. Alright, we found Casper. Three, two, one, go. They make a really amazing PTZ camera you can get for like $1,200. Man, that thing's sweet. It's still not going to look as good as like a full-blown camera, but that $1,200 webcam they have is sweet, man. It has all kinds of crazy features. It's actually wireless. You can take it anywhere you want and film with it. That's a cool camera. Personally, I wouldn't spend $1,200 on a product that has a built-in battery that you can't change yourself, but if you need a high-end PTZ and you don't mind a built-in battery you can't change yourself, then it's awesome. But even if I had the $1,200 though, I would not buy it because when the battery finally goes bad, I don't want to have to send it in or buy something new, you know what I mean? I think all electronics should allow you to change the battery yourself. If I had $1,200 and you could change the battery, I might consider something like that, but for me, that's a deal breaker. But the little $99 webcam they make, I mean, for $99, it's sweet. I don't know, I like tech. I like microphones and cameras and stuff like that a lot. I was thinking about saving up to get a pair of AR glasses. Have you guys seen the AR glasses? You can hook them up to your phone or your PC. And it's like basically the glasses project your computer screens. I guess it looks like a big 150-inch screen or something. That would be kind of neat. But I've seen some for around 200 bucks, between 200 and 500 bucks for those AR glasses. I actually don't know which ones are good, but I want a pair. I might start putting 20 or 50 bucks a month aside to get a set here. Maybe. Like, I lay down when I live stream and I've got a computer screen that I roll around the room. It would be so nice if I could just put on a set of glasses and have it right in front of my face. That would make live streaming easier. Of course, I'd be here with like what looks like sunglasses on, but that would make life easier. JP, hold on, he said, "Hey Danny, you know what's crazy? I have a pair of Sony earbuds. The case, all right. The case and the buds are clear. I got them when pulled the case apart, and the battery is easily replaced. They sound great." I'm not good at reading, I'm sorry. This is what it's like for a dyslexic person to read something. I mean, if you can actually get it apart yourself to change a battery easily, that's sweet. Darth would go to Australia for 1,200 pounds. Are you sure that would be enough? I'm guessing a trip to Australia would be expensive. I don't really know, though. I would assume that would be really expensive, but what do I know? I'm a big dumb ding-dong, so don't ask me about it, because I couldn't tell you. Personally, you wouldn't get me on an airplane. I would never leave the country. You're not getting me on no airplane or no boat. If I were on a boat, it would sink and I would get eaten by sharks. If I were in an airplane, it would crash. And I would probably survive, but every bone in my body would be shattered. And yeah. No thanks. No thank you. You guys can get on that giant flying death trap if you want, but I'm not getting on that giant flying death trap. You know, the other day we were talking about that. You guys were talking about Travis Pastrana, and for some reason I thought you guys were talking about Travis Barker from Blink-182. You guys were talking about Travis Pastrana. I was like, oh yeah, he was in a plane crash and they burned up his whole body. No, that was Travis Barker from Blink-182. I somehow completely confused the two people. But the drummer from Blink-182 got burnt up in a plane crash. I guess he had months of surgeries and skin grafts. And he said they used to scrub the burns with a wire brush. Oh, I can't even imagine how horrible that would be. But I feel bad for that guy, man. He looks pretty normal. I mean, if he takes his shirt or his pants off or something, I don't know if he's all burnt up like that, but at least his face and his arms look normal. That dude's a good drummer. Seems like a nice dude and a really good drummer. I used to have a friend who unfortunately picked up a nasty drug habit, and he burned down a house due to being on drugs, and the wall collapsed on him and it burned this whole lower half of his body. Drugs are bad, kids. Eventually, and you know, he got clean for a few years, then he got back on it, and well, he overdosed and died. I've actually lost two really good friends to heroin, so yeah. The one guy still can't believe he got in that. I mean, he hated drug dealers so much he wanted to become a cop so he could arrest drug dealers, and somehow he got hooked on heroin and died. Drugs are bad. Drugs are horrible. Honestly. It's sad. I mean, that stuff really does ruin people's lives and kill people. Don't do drugs, everybody. They are not good. JP, what kind of earbuds are they? The high-end Sonys? I forget what they're called, like the HM1000 XWs or something. Stacks, thanks, my friend. Both of them happened many years ago, but still, it sucks. I don't know why anybody would even try those, because I'm pretty sure they realize the risks. I mean, there's a pretty good chance you do something like that once, it could kill you the first time. Yet people still decide, hey, let's try this, let's see what happens. I know this might ruin my entire life, and, you know, but they still do it. My question is why? Like, why would anybody even want to try something that's known for being that horrible? I don't get it. Alright, you have the cheapest ones with the highest end tech. I don't know what those are. I got 2 pairs of Sony earbuds. One was like $12. And they don't sound great. They sound okay. But I think the battery lasts for 24 hours in between charges, which is sweet. Then I got a set of the nicer Sonys, and they're nice, but they constantly fall out of my ears. It's a really bad design. They sound awesome, but the design's terrible. The amount of times, like, I've been doing something and the earbud just like bloop, and it falls out on the floor, you're like, come on, piece of turd taco. They should put a strap on those where you can like strap it to your ear. That way you don't lose it when it falls out. Samus says, I don't have any live racing spec on my Toyota GR Supra Mark V. I don't know what you mean by live racing spec, but I got mine set up on stage 4 parts only, and it seems to like that. What makes a good car for live racing? Okay, generally, I hate to say it, but a car that wins. A car that wins without being pushed into a faster and faster and faster lobby. So there's different ways you can set up cars to do well at live racing, but in my opinion, the low upgrade cars that you can set at, let's just say I set the car to run at 12.0 and the car runs at 12.0 and it wins live races, those cars are the most ideal. because you can run it at the dyno time, at the lobby time, and you don't get punished for running faster than your lobby time or your dyno time. For example, this car right here is set up to run. This car dyno is at 12.4. So as long as I run this car at 12.4 and I don't constantly go faster than 12.4, this car wins a good deal of live races, yet doesn't get pushed into faster and faster lobbies. So this is an overall nice car for live racing. Now, if I drive it a little bit differently, I can get this to run in the low 12.3s. Like right there, I ran faster than my dyno time, which is something you don't want to do all the time. The majority of runs, I want to try to make sure I'm running slower than the 9.4s because this car is dynoed and lobbied at 9.4. Now, some cars that beat the dyno time, you can win live races, but every so many wins, the game pushes you into a faster lobby. And then you got to constantly make sure you're like win one, lose one. I mean, if you're swap, it's kind of a nightmare, but I like these old upgrade cars that run at the lobby in dyno time, if that makes any sense. But I still like to run a nice slow run every once in a while. You know, like for example, right there I intentionally lost and I ran into 9.5s. So if I notice if I'm running right at my dyno time or slightly faster, you want to make sure you get a couple of slow runs in because the game kind of looks at your average runs. And it can still push you if you're not careful. Darth says, I can only use the headphones. The buds don't stay in my ears. Darth, how many sets of earbuds have you tried? I've got several sets of earbuds, and only one have ever fell out of my ears. Like the rest of them to stay in there. I noticed these like the silicone ear tips. Those things stick in my ears like crazy. So I've never had a problem with them falling out other than that one set of Sony's. You can buy some really nice, really extremely good sounding in-ear monitors for like as low as 20 bucks. And I mean, if you're buying like the cheap ones, like it's crazy how good some of these Chinese in-ear monitors sound. I mean, they're crazy, 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 crazy good. They're all wired, however. Wired in-ear monitors are very affordable, and they sound. Some of them sound crazy good. Like these ones I have right here, I think these ones were 60 bucks, and these sound like a $3,000 set of speakers. Like if you were listening to a really good stereo system, that's what these sound like. These are the Truth Ear Hexas. They lack the bass a little bit. They could have more bass. That's my only complaint. But the overall sound quality sounds like a very expensive set of speakers when listening to music. But they are a little bit on the bright side, which I like a warmer set of speakers in general, but the Truth Ear Hexas are probably the best sounding things you're going to get that aren't, you know, I forget where I'm going at. Melon says, no, they don't about something. All right, where am I at? I got busy yapping about headphones. But yeah, the Truth Ear Hexas and the Truth Ear Reds are both awesome. If you're trying to spend something under $100, it's hard to beat those. Now, I've never got a more expensive set of in-ears, but a lot of people who say you spent claim that if you spend $200, $300, $400 on a set of in-ears, you get something that sounds more like a $50,000 stereo system. But I've never experienced anything over like the $20 to $60 price range ones. So I've never bought the more expensive ones. But I got a few pairs of cheap ones and like 2 pairs of, you know, decent ones that were around like $60 to $80. And they're phenomenal for little comfortable things you can wear around all day. Now, some people like the Bluetooth stuff because it's convenient. Bluetooth sucks though, man. You got a battery in it. You got to charge it every day or every couple of days. I mean, it's nice not having a wire, but I'll tell you what. Wired sounds so much better than Bluetooth. Wired destroys Bluetooth. Plus, you don't have a delay like Bluetooth. There's always like a very small delay. All right, Chrisman, how you doing today, buddy? Hope you're doing awesome. Is the R8 V10 GT a good live racing car? Leon, I don't know. There is one Audi R8. Wait. There's one out. Oh my gosh. There's one Audi R8 that was decent at live racing, but I don't remember which one it is offhand. None of them are really what I would call exceptional, but I know one of the R8s was decent. Not wonderful, but decent. If your teeth are blue, you need to go to the dentist. I don't think anybody has blue teeth, do they? I mean, somebody might. Melon says they're all crap. He says all the Audis are crap. The R8s. There's definitely one that's way better than the rest of the R8s, but I don't remember which one offhand. Now, one thing you got to remember about Melon, he only likes the cars that are just top of the top. Melon wants the cars that are top of the top. He wants the bestest of the bestesses. Me, I'm happy with cars that perform good. Like, if I get a car that performs like this Supra or better, I'm happy. The Supra is decent. It wins a lot of races. It loses. You know, it's... I'd say I can win about 60 to 70% of the races with this Supra. So if I get a car that wins 70% of the races or more, then I'm normally happy with it. Now, Melon's one of the best tuners in the game. Melon goes for cars that can just destroy people, so he's got a little higher standards than I do because Melon wants the really, 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 really good cars. So there's a lot of cars that I think are decent that Melon doesn't like at all, so we have slightly different perspectives on what's good. But if Melon says something's good, you know it's really, really, really good. Or at least it can be. Dara says, charging your headphones is no different than charging your phone. Well, yes and no. Here's the problem. How many wireless items do you have that have to be charged daily? You got to charge your phone, you got to charge your headphones, you got to charge your mouse, your keyboard, you got to... If you got 20, let's just say you got 10 wireless devices, that's 10 things you got to plug into the wall every couple of days. That's it's a big pain in the butt, in my opinion. Every time you get something that's wireless, that's one more thing you got to plug into the wall at the end of the day, potentially. I mean, some stuff you might get a few days out of. Other things you might get 8 hours before you got to plug it back in. You know what I mean? I hate having a million things I need to plug into the wall constantly. So it may not be any different, but I don't want to plug 50 things into the wall per day. Now, if all you got is like one phone and one set of headphones to worry about, that's not too bad, but generally though, when I buy headphones, I look for headphones with extremely long battery life. But I'd rather just have something with wired because it sounds better. It doesn't have to be plugged in. It doesn't have a delay like Bluetooth does. Only thing is, you got to worry about a wire that might tangle up on stuff. I mean, there are times where, you know, wireless definitely wins for certain things, but 90% of the time, I would much rather have a wired audio device over wireless, personally. Now, let's just say you've got a piece of audio equipment that goes off of 2.4 wireless or 5 gigahertz wireless. There's usually no delay, and those don't sound any different than a wired setup. But Bluetooth is a lossy format. It's got a lot of there's a lot of issues with Bluetooth still. It's been getting better and better and better and better. But Bluetooth still isn't up to the it's still not quite as good as something else. I don't understand why they went with Bluetooth. Why don't, you know, back in the day you used to be able to buy 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz headphones. But I guess the thing is, those run off the same frequencies as cell phones, and I think your cell phones might be able to interfere with the signals, but oh yeah, plus your Wi-Fi and phones and everything else run off at 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. So I think that's why they decided not to do that for a lot of these and went with Bluetooth, but still, I don't know. We only got a couple more minutes left on the video. Stacks, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Dara says batteries cost money. Darth, what do you mean batteries cost money? Wired headphones don't require batteries. Now, when it comes to like AA and AAA batteries, I buy the Panasonic in loops. I mean, you can charge those like 20,000 times each before they go bad. I've had my in-loop rechargeable AA's and AAA's for, man, 12 to 15 years now, and they're still going strong. Those go in my TV remote controls, my whatever I have. I do have a gaming mouse that requires 2 AA batteries. I use the in-loops. I mean, I think I spent like $40 to buy a bunch of those, and they've been going for 15 years. Generally, those last for months and months and months and months and months between charges, though. I'm not putting them stuff that eats up batteries. They mainly go in like the gaming mouse. So in the gaming mouse, I only have to charge the battery like once every 3 months. What is the record of key? Or the record of gold? What do you mean the record? I don't know what you mean by a record of key, or maybe you're saying a record of gold. I don't know what that means. Yeah, man, I love my Panasonic in loops. Like back in the day, I did a bunch of research on who made the best rechargeable batteries. And the Panasonic in loops, I guess, just blow all other batteries away. Like, they're the highest quality battery cells you can get, and they last for freaking ever. I should do a review on those batteries on my Audio and Tech channel. I don't know why I haven't. Is it possible to live race the Supra with stage 4 only? Mine's on stage 4 only, so yes. I wasn't paying attention here to who was winning and losing, so. I'm going to run a slow one. I was not paying attention. I'll win the next one. Melon says Panasonic is still top. Yeah, when it comes to batteries, Panasonics are sweet. I don't know about the majority of the products they make, but I know their batteries are probably the highest quality you can get. Some of those flashlights, they have like the 18650 batteries. I guess the Panasonics are also the best. They cost a little more, but I'll tell you, it's probably worth it because they last so long. It's crazy. William D says, you should do a review. Yeah, I probably should. The record is unclear. If you're asking what's the most gold a player has ever had, I don't think anybody knows the answer to that. Basically, if you don't spend your gold on stuff, it will slowly accumulate over the years, but now when it comes to gold keys, I probably get about 10 of those every month. Regular gold, I mean, just playing the game will eventually, it adds up. After a few months, if you play the game enough, you'll earn a few thousand gold every couple months. So regular gold accumulates slowly, but a lot faster than most things, I guess. All right, what do we run doing 2, 3, 4, 5 really quick? Let's find out. All right, about the same. All right, Brian, I'm going to give you one more win, my friend, and then our live stream time is about up. So if you guys got some last minute questions, get them on in there. BMD says Panasonic is a Japanese company. That makes sense. I mean, I don't know what Japanese products are currently like, but for a while, Japanese electronics were the best electronics you could buy. So that actually makes sense. Like, Japanese cars were amazing. Japanese electronics products were amazing for many years. I don't know if it's still like that, but it used to be the Japanese-made products were just super high quality. Maybe not all of them, but for the most part. What are the different times for live racing lobbies? So DT, generally every 0.2 of a second. So for example, let's just say the 12.0 lobby is 1. The 12.2 lobby is 1. The 12.4 lobby is 1. The 12.6 lobby is 1. The 13-second lobby is 1. The 13-2, 13-4, 13-6, 13-8, 14-0, 14-2, 14-4. Every 0.2 of a second is generally a new lobby, unless you go into Supermax. Supermax goes from something like 6.4 up to 7.6 or maybe 7.8. But generally, I would say if your car is running 8.0 or slower, it's every 0.2 of a second. I can't remember exactly where the Supermax, it's either 7.6, 7.8, or 8.0 where the Supermax starts. I don't remember exactly, but you don't want to be in the Supermax unless you have the fastest car in the game. Dara says headphones are 20 pounds and they do charge up fast. Yeah, fast charging is good. I generally use headphones for several hours a day. So when I'm like when I get on YouTube and I answer comments, I usually put in a set of headphones and I talk into the phone and it types out what I say. So that's how I reply to comments. So if I'm not watching YouTube videos, listening to music, doing that, or later in the day getting on Discord for some gaming stuff, like I like a set of headphones that will last all freaking day long if I got wireless, but I did buy a Yealink headset, which is designed for like companies, like for call centers, just for speaking to people. So at this point, I just use those. The battery lasts for 3 or 4 days, maybe longer. I mean, if I want to listen to music, I normally grab a nice set of headphones. But if I'm just going to be doing like basic stuff, I grab that Yealink headset because it's got a boom microphone that's like an inch away from my mouth. So when I talk into it, it understands what I'm saying a lot better than a microphone that's in my ear or on the phone in my hand. So what's a good... All right, so DT, if you beat Dino Time to win live races, the game will push you. The game will punish you. I mean, pretty much any car that beats Dino Time. I mean, there's 1,500 cars in the game. A huge majority of those cars either beat Dino Time or they can do it with the right parts or right tune installed. I mean, there's so many cars that can beat Dino Time by a little bit or a lot. It's not even funny. But the problem is you constantly beat Dino in live racing. The game's going to be like, okay, after 5 or 6 races, it's like, all right, he's running way faster than his Dino Time. Let's move him to the next faster lobby. Then after like another 5 or 6 or 7 races, like, okay, he's still beating the Dino Time. Let's push him forward another lobby. Then, maybe 5 or 10 races, it does it again. And next thing you know, even though you're beating your Dino Time by 3 seconds, you're in a lobby where everybody's destroying you because the game pushed you and pushed you and pushed you. So in my opinion, Dino beating cars are not good for live racing anymore unless your goal is to win one and then run a really slow one. Win one, run a really slow one. That'll keep you from getting pushed. Once your car gets pushed, though, you're in a bad spot, and then you got to spend like an hour resetting the darn thing by running a whole bunch of races way slower than your dyno and losing them all. The game punishes you for running dyno beating cars in live racing. So put it this way. I don't know what cars you have. There are about 1,500 cars. The majority of them you can't just grab anytime you want. So I have no clue what cars you might have. But if you have a car and you're interested to see how it's going to be for live racing, I do have a video for probably about 50 to 60% of the cars in this game. And when I do a how to drive video for each car, I always test it out to see if I can find the type of live racing setup that I find does the best. So if there's a certain car, just go to YouTube, type in Danny Lightning, then the name of the car, watch the video. I usually show you how to drive it on stage 6, then I move on to stage 5, and then I look for a live racing setup for it. So there may be some videos I made like 6 years ago that didn't show the live racing setups, because I mean, back in the day, those didn't exist or we haven't found them yet, but that's probably the best way to do it. Now, I will say this though, there is a possibility that the game could have changed certain cars. Like every once in a while, they will nerf or change a car. It doesn't happen very often, but there are some cars that at one time did great for live, and then 2-3 years later, something changed and they're not anymore. So there is a small chance of that, but when there's 1,500 cars, unfortunately, there's no possible way to keep track of that kind of thing on 1,500 cars. I mean, half the time when they change something, they don't even tell us. But generally, there's a lot of Elite Tuners cars that you get for free that are really good for live racing on low upgrades. Normally, what I do is I'll fit a car to stage 2 nitrous. So stage 2 nitrous, stage 3 tires, stage 5 or 6 transmission if you have a stage 6 part, and then I'll put the body on 5 or 6. And if you got enough parts on, enough fusion parts, fit everything else back to stock except for those, and then tune it. If you can get a high Evo points, it'll usually do pretty good. I could go on for an hour about this, but yeah, the Cento, if you know what you're doing with it, it can be okay. I do think that's one of the cars that was used to be a lot easier to tune for live racing, and then I think the game had changed it. I haven't really messed with mine too much, but I need to figure out how to set that car up again, because the tune I used to use was a amazing car for live racing. So either I got pushed and I need to reset the car, or something changed and I need to refigure it out. But it went from doing amazing to not so good for me, and that may have been I may have been running it too fast and got it pushed. I'm not sure. I keep saying I'm going to try to reset the car, but I haven't really done it. I think I tried once and I failed at resetting it, so I still need to try and get that car working again. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. I think our stream time is up. I got to give my sore throat a rest from talking here because it keeps getting sore and sore. I think I'm going to call the doctor in the morning because I'm getting better. I think it's getting better, but man, I still feel sick. So anyways, catch you guys later. Thank you so much for coming out. You guys and gals are amazing. Huge shout out to the moderators. Thank you to the channel members. I appreciate all of you guys and gals a lot. Thank you so much. You're all amazing. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye. You guys are awesome. Actually, I don't like these people at all. Oh wait, am I still alive? Oh, they heard me. Oh no. Oh no. Oh crap. Oh no. All right, goodbye.